7 of Europe's most dangerous and extreme railways. They cling to cliff faces where one mistake means disaster. They cross mountain passes where avalanches can strike without warning. They operate in conditions that would shut down any normal railway. Temperatures 40 below zero. Grades so steep the trains need special braking systems. Winds strong enough to blow cars off the tracks. These aren't tourist attractions. These are working railways, built to survive terrain that seems impossible, and the engineering that keeps them running safely is nothing short of remarkable. This is the story of 7 of Europe's most dangerous and extreme railways. The lines where nature tried to say no, and engineers said yes anyway. Before we count down these extreme railways, let me explain what makes a railway truly dangerous. Because it's not just about being scary or dramatic. Dangerous means operating in conditions where failure has serious consequences, where the margin for error is razor thin, where the forces of nature, gravity, weather, and terrain are constantly testing the limits of what's possible. These 7 railways all operate in environments that would be considered too risky for most infrastructure, but they exist because they had to, because communities needed connections, because resources needed to be moved, because sometimes the only way forward is through the most dangerous path. Some of these railways have claimed lives during construction. Others have survived disasters that should have destroyed them, and all of them require constant vigilance, constant maintenance, and engineering systems specifically designed to handle extreme conditions. These aren't just railways, they're ongoing battles against nature, battles that engineers are winning, but only barely. So let's count down 7 of Europe's most dangerous and extreme railways, starting with number 7 and building to the single most extreme railway on the continent. Number 7. The Bernina Railway, Switzerland and Italy. The Bernina Railway crosses the Alps from Switzerland to Italy, reaching an elevation of 7,391 feet at the Bernina Pass. What makes this railway extreme isn't just the altitude. It's that it achieves this without using rack and pinion assistance. It's a conventional adhesion railway climbing to heights where most trains would need help. The maximum grade is 7%, which doesn't sound extreme until you realize that's the limit for conventional railways. Any steeper and the wheels would slip. The railway uses 196 bridges and 55 tunnels to navigate the terrain. But the real danger comes from the environment. At this altitude, weather can change in minutes. Blizzards can reduce visibility to zero. Avalanches are a constant threat. The railway has extensive avalanche protection systems. Concrete galleries cover sections of track in avalanche zones, allowing snow to slide over the railway without damaging it. Monitoring systems track snowpack conditions, and in extreme weather, the railway simply shuts down. Safety trumps schedule. The Bernina Railway has been operating since 1910. In over a century, it's maintained an excellent safety record, but only through constant vigilance. Track inspections happen daily, snow removal is a year-round operation, and engineers monitor every aspect of the railway's condition. The danger is real, but it's managed through engineering and discipline. Number 6. The Flåm Railway, Norway. The Flåm Railway climbs approximately 2,135 feet in just 12.6 miles, with an average gradient of 5.5% and maximum grades reaching 5.5%. That makes it one of the steepest standard gauge railways in the world. But the gradient isn't what makes it dangerous, it's the terrain. The railway clings to mountainsides above a deep fjord. In places, the track is carved into cliff faces with sheer drops on one side. 20 tunnels wind through the mountain, some spiraling inside the rock to gain elevation. If a train lost control on this grade, the consequences would be catastrophic. Because of the steep grade, the trains use multiple redundant braking systems designed for steep downhill control. This redundancy is essential because on a 5.5% grade, a runaway train would accelerate rapidly. The braking systems include traditional air brakes, electric braking, and mechanical brakes that engage automatically if the train exceeds safe speed. The railway also faces extreme weather. Winter brings heavy snow and ice. Summer brings rockfalls from the cliffs above. The track is inspected constantly. Rockfall protection systems include nets and barriers. And in severe weather, the railway stops operating. The Flåm Railway has operated since 1940 with an excellent safety record, but that record exists because of extreme caution and engineering redundancy. Number 5. The Jungfrau Railway, Switzerland. The Jungfrau Railway is extreme for one simple reason: it goes where railways have no business going. The line climbs to 11,132 feet, making it the highest railway station in Europe. But it doesn't climb the outside of the mountain, it tunnels through it. 7 miles of the railway run inside the Eiger and Munch mountains. Conditions in the tunnel were brutal: thin air, heat, dust, and dangerous blasting work. Workers during construction suffered from altitude sickness, heat exhaustion, and accidents. Several died. Today, the railway operates year-round, carrying passengers to the Jungfraujoch. But the extreme altitude creates challenges. The air pressure at the top is significantly lower than at sea level. The temperature can be 40 degrees colder than in the valley, and the weather can change instantly, with blizzards appearing out of clear skies. The railway uses a rack and pinion system to climb grades up to 25%. The trains are specially designed to operate at high altitude, and the station at the top is built inside the mountain, protected from the extreme weather outside. The Jungfrau Railway is a triumph of engineering, but it's also a constant reminder of how hostile high-altitude environments can be. Number 4. The Lynmouth Flood Railway, England. Wait, this one needs context. The Linton and Lynmouth Cliff Railway itself isn't particularly dangerous. It's a water-powered funicular that's been operating safely since 1890, but what makes it extreme is what it survived: the 1952 Lynmouth flood. On August 15, 1952, a massive storm dumped 9 inches of rain on the area in 24 hours. The rivers flooded catastrophically. A wall of water, debris, and boulders swept through Lynmouth, destroying 28 bridges and 93 buildings. 34 people died. It was one of the worst natural disasters in British history. The Cliff Railway should have been destroyed. The lower station was directly in the path of the flood, but the Victorian engineering held. The structure survived. The railway was damaged but not destroyed, and within months it was operating again. What makes this railway extreme isn't its normal operation. It's that it was built so well, with such solid Victorian engineering, that it survived a disaster that destroyed everything around it. The railway stands as a testament to over-engineering, to building things to last, to creating infrastructure that can withstand forces beyond what anyone expected. Today, the railway operates as it always has, powered by water and gravity, but it carries a history of survival that makes it remarkable. Number 3. The Pilatus Railway, Switzerland. The Pilatus Railway is the steepest rack railway in the world, with a maximum gradient of 48%. That's nearly 1 foot of elevation gain for every 2 feet of track. At that angle, you're not riding a train, you're climbing a cliff. What makes this railway extreme is the engineering required to make it work. Conventional rack systems can't handle grades this steep. The teeth would bind, the cogwheels would slip. So engineer Eduard Locher invented a completely new system, specifically for this railway. The Locher rack system uses horizontal cogwheels that engage with a horizontal rack, preventing the train from sliding backward even on the steepest sections. But the gradient creates other dangers. If a train lost grip, it would slide backward down the mountain. So the railway has multiple safety systems. The cogwheels are designed to lock if they detect backward motion. The brakes are powerful enough to stop the train on the steepest grade, and the trains are limited to a maximum speed of about 5 miles per hour, giving operators time to react to any problem. The railway also operates in extreme weather. The road climbs from 1,486 feet to 6,591 feet. At the top, conditions can be Arctic even in summer. Wind, snow, and ice are constant challenges. The railway operates from May to November, closing in winter when conditions become too dangerous. The Pilatus Railway has operated since 1889. In over 130 years, it's maintained an excellent safety record. But that record exists because the engineering is extreme, because every possible failure mode has been anticipated and prevented, because on a 48% grade, there's no room for error. If you're finding these extreme railways as fascinating as I am, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. and subscribe because we've got more intense rail engineering coming your way. Trust me, the top 2 on this list are even more extreme than what we've covered so far. Number 2. The Gornergrat Railway, Switzerland. The Gornergrat Railway climbs to 10,135 feet, making it one of the highest railways in Europe. But what makes it extreme isn't just the altitude, it's the exposure. The railway climbs the outside of the mountain, fully exposed to Alpine weather. No tunnels, no protection, just track clinging to a mountainside in one of the harshest environments in Europe. At this altitude, weather is brutal and unpredictable. Temperatures can drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds can exceed 100 miles per hour. Blizzards can reduce visibility to 0 in minutes. And the railway operates year-round. It doesn't close for winter. It runs every day in conditions that would shut down most infrastructure. This requires extraordinary engineering. The track is built to withstand extreme wind loads. The trains are designed to operate in temperatures far below what normal trains can handle. Heating systems keep switches from freezing. Snowplows run constantly in winter, and the entire railway is monitored 24/7 for weather conditions. The railway also uses a rack and pinion system to climb grades up to 20%. But at this altitude, even the rack system faces challenges. The thin air affects combustion in older locomotives. The extreme cold affects metal properties. Everything has to be designed for conditions that are literally Arctic. The Gornergrat Railway has been operating since 1898. It was one of the first electric mountain railways in Switzerland, partly because steam locomotives struggled at this altitude. Today, it carries over 700,000 passengers a year, operating in conditions that would be considered too extreme for most railways. It's a testament to Swiss engineering and the determination to keep infrastructure running no matter what nature throws at it. Number 1. The Bergen Railway, Norway. The most extreme railway in Europe is the Bergen Railway, not because it's the steepest, not because it's the highest, but because it operates year-round through the harshest conditions of any mainline railway on the continent. The Bergen Railway crosses the Hardangervidda, Northern Europe's largest mountain plateau. The highest point at Finse Station sits at about 4,010 feet, and the line's highest point is about 4,058 feet on the Hardangervidda crossing, but the conditions are Arctic. Finse is one of the most remote and hostile locations in Norway. Winter temperatures regularly drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Blizzards can last for days. Snow accumulation can reach 20 feet. And the wind? The wind is relentless, creating snowdrifts that can bury entire trains. And the Bergen Railway runs through this, every day, year-round. It's a mainline railway carrying passengers and freight between Norway's 2 largest cities, Oslo and Bergen. It can't shut down for winter, it can't close when the weather gets bad, it has to run. This requires engineering on a scale that's hard to comprehend. The railway cuts through about 180 tunnels, and it's protected in exposed areas by snow sheds and snow screens designed to keep drifting snow off the track. Rotary snowplows, massive machines with spinning blades, clear the track constantly in winter. Some sections of track are heated to prevent ice buildup, and the entire railway is monitored by weather stations that track wind speed, temperature, and snow conditions. But even with all this engineering, the Bergen Railway faces regular challenges. Trains get stuck in snowdrifts. Avalanches occasionally close sections of track. Extreme cold causes mechanical failures, and passengers have been stranded on trains for hours, sometimes overnight, when conditions become too severe to continue. The most famous incident was in 2013, when a train was trapped in a snowdrift near Finse for over 24 hours. Passengers had to be evacuated by snowmobile and helicopter. The train itself was eventually dug out and returned to service, but the incident highlighted just how extreme the conditions can be. What makes the Bergen Railway truly extreme is that it's not optional. It's essential infrastructure. Communities along the route depend on it. The Norwegian economy depends on it. So it runs in conditions that would shut down any other railway, through blizzards that make visibility 0, through cold that would freeze most machinery, through snow that buries everything, The railway has been operating since 1909. In over a century, it's maintained service through 2 world wars, countless blizzards, and conditions that would be considered impossible for most railways. It's a testament to Norwegian engineering, Norwegian determination, and the refusal to let nature dictate what's possible. Riding the Bergen Railway in winter is an experience unlike any other. You watch the landscape transform into a white wilderness. You see the snow shelters protecting the track. You feel the train slow as it pushes through drifts. And you realize you're on a railway that's in a constant battle with nature. A battle that so far the railway is winning. So there you have it. 7 of Europe's most dangerous and extreme railways. From the Bernina Railway crossing the Alps to the Bergen Railway battling Arctic conditions. From the Pilatus Railway climbing at impossible angles to the Jungfrau Railway tunneling through mountains at extreme altitude. These railways prove that with enough engineering, enough determination, and enough respect for the dangers involved, humans can build infrastructure anywhere. These aren't just railways, they're ongoing achievements. Every day they operate safely is a victory. Every winter they survive is proof that engineering can overcome nature's worst. And every passenger who rides them safely is a testament to the people who designed, built, and maintain these extreme railways. So here's my question for you. Which of these extreme railways would you be brave enough to ride? Would you trust the engineering of the Pilatus Railway on a 48% grade? Would you ride the Bergen Railway through an Arctic blizzard? Or would you take the Gornegrat Railway to 10,000 feet in extreme weather? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of Europe's most extreme railways, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got more incredible railway engineering coming your way. Until next time, remember that the most extreme journeys often reveal the most impressive engineering. Safe travels.